Recently, we have been checking out a bunch of lore-friendly cars for GTA 5 that have been unreleased and unfinished. And we're still not done. There's still plenty more to see, and so that is why today I want to introduce you to this very plain looking car. I kind of want to see if you guys can guess what this car is just from how it looks. It's a very obscure one. It's one that I would, well, let's just look through the hints here. This is a Bürgerfahrzeug, so we can probably guess what type of car it is, and it also has the Brazilian flag on it, and it's called the Remedor. Write it down, comment section below. Oh, apparently it's supercharged, which is surprising because it is absolutely incredibly slow and sounds dreadful. Guessed it yet? Maybe some of you have got it. It's the Volkswagen Santana. Yeah, crazy. A car that didn't really do well over here and in Europe. In China, it absolutely exploded. It was like the car in China. It pretty much got millions and millions of people mobile and moving on the road in China, and also was a thing in Brazil as well. And this is definitely a more modernized version. It's got rounder bumpers and it's not so old and square like the original Santana. So this is slightly more modern, but this is the lore-friendly version of it called the Bürgerfahrzeug Remedor. Interestingly, it would be quite cool to see if we had like this version in GTA and then also the Chinese versions as well, trying to get like all the different lore-friendly versions. I know this is a car that would be very rare in the United States, but still, it's nice to have more cars. Especially cars like this, because as you guys know, I like plain, boring cars. Here it is with everything open. As I've said, this is an unreleased and also unfinished car, and some of these cars were done years ago, and you can probably tell that just because some of the textures here are just very low quality. So there is the interior, and there is our engine bay. Not much to write home about, but again, it's an unfinished mod. And well, we will be looking at another car from this mod pack later on in the video, but for now, let's just have a quick look. And just to confirm, yes, there are no tuning parts for this either. And just to check, we have a couple of extras here. What have we got? We have a sunroof extra on here. And we also have one which is this sticker on the back. I think it's a religious thing. That's all I can tell you. I don't know. Obviously means something to Brazilian people, so shout out to the Brazilian fans on this channel. I'm sure you'll tell me everything I need to know about the information on this car. I'm going to go for the sunroof open, as it's a nice day, so why not? So as we're limited on parts, what I actually want to do is try and make this car fast, because it says supercharged on it, and that makes me think it should be fast. So we'll upgrade our transmission, our brakes, our engine, and has that really made it fast? No, not really at all. It sounds good, but no. Well, it only sounds good because it made turbo noises. The other part of this car sounds absolutely terrible. Well, thanks to Menus Mod, we can actually change that. Let me just stick a few 9s in there. We'll set this to 8, and we'll set this to 8. Well, we've got wheel spin going. Okay, no, that's quick. It's definitely lacking grip, but it's quick. Yeah, okay, I think that's almost topped out. It's not very fast, but it's enough to be very hard to control. That's all I can say. Well, as this can't really turn, but can go somewhat fast in a straight line, we're going to make this a sort of drag build. And this does highlight one of the problems I have with this game. I really wish we could have front wheels and rear wheels separated. I really hope that's a thing in GTA 6. I just so hope that's how it's going to work. I guess then we'll go for some Dukes. Just some, I don't know, some muscle car type wheels. I think that will work for it. And on the paints, I'm going to make this matte grey. I want to make this a sort of like a budget, fast car. So I'm going to go for matte grey just because they've tried to do the paint up, but this was the cheapest option, the cheapest paint color to go for. And then I'm going to slam it down just a little bit. Actually, I might make this a little bit, let's just get some rear height on here. Like that. And then a little bit down overall. There we go. Now just imagine that had a bigger tyre. We're going to have to use a bit of imagination just because of the limitations of this game. But there is our drag race version. Oh, yeah, okay. That build-up speed pretty quick. I'd say this is pretty fast. It's not the fastest, but it's pretty fast. Well, this isn't the only car we're going to be checking out in this video, so let's just park up and have a look at the other car from this mod pack. And it is this. This is the Reaver. Now, I don't know what car brand that is. Ah, it's the D-Class badge. Okay, maybe I should have looked at the back first. This is the D-Class Reaver, which is based on the Di Tommaso Deauville? Beauville? No, it is actually the Deauville. Never heard of that word in my life. In fact, I've never really seen the car in my life. But it is, well, it's a luxury car from the 70s. And I pretty much get that vibe with this. It looks cool. It looks different. It looks fun. Again, another fun, obscure car. What I'm liking about this mod pack is how obscure the cars are that they've tried to turn into lore-friendly cars. You wouldn't think to get a Brazilian Volkswagen Santana into GTA 5 as much as you would never even think anyway about the Di Tommaso Deauville, unless you're a big fan of them. But to have this in GTA 5 with its own lore-friendly version is always fun. Can't complain. With everything opened up, here is the engine bay. Here is our interior. Again, low quality textures as this is an unfinished mod. What is that dashboard from? I don't know what that's from, but it's an interesting dashboard. And then we have the boot. So on the parts list, like any other, we have absolutely nothing, which means we have to be inventive again with our wheel and paint choice. And I want to go for something that you would never ever see this car ever having. I'm going to go for an ultra modern stance look. So, because I just feel like we need to have that in this video. So I'm going to go for these big, massive, super wide, super deep dish, pure business wheels. God, this looks stupid. Just look at that. We'll get our suspension, and that does nothing. We'll definitely be using V-Stance in a minute to also change the size of these wheels because they're a little bit big. And on the paint colors, well, I don't know. Ooh. Instantly, that random RGB just hit us with this really cool, old school sort of beigey color. That's actually very cool. And I'm going to set that from dark metallic to standard metallic, just to make it a little shinier, a little cooler. Also just spotted this fun texture that makes it look like a humbug on the back box of the exhaust. That's fun. So on this, let's just go to tires and let's just go to wheel size and let's make that way smaller. I'd say about that. Maybe a little smaller still. There we go. And I might even get that width in a little bit because those wheels are actually a little bit stupid. So now we bring our height all the way down. Oh my goodness me. Oh, doesn't that change a car? Doesn't that instantly look amazing? I love how that works with cars. So let's just go to our track width. We'll bring that in and we'll get a little bit of camber as well, just to make this a little bit stancy. And we're going to dial that in to about there. That's as much as we can get with that wheel. We've got quite chunky tyres there that's probably going to stick through. And then on the rear, we get our little bit of camber here. Get our track width to make this line up because we want to get that bit of the arch sitting in between this lip of the wheel and the tyre. And then we go to our rear height. Look at that. Maybe we'll put that track width in one like that. Maybe we could do the same on the front even. What happens if we do this? Oh no, it's going to go in. Okay, so we keep it like that there. Oh wow. Oh wow, indeed. It has definitely made the back slightly lower, which is not what I wanted. So I'm going to have to make that suspension on the rear just a little bit higher. Maybe something like that. It's not too much. That makes it a bit more level. That's fine. And there we go. A car that I had never really considered until I saw this mod pack come up, already in a lore-friendly version. And I think what makes this look very cool is because it's quite a squat car. I don't know if the scale's wrong or if the car actually looks like this, but it's very low. It's just in car body scale. Like, this car has quite a lot of body to it. This thing is very small. These windows are very short. And I think when you lower that down, it really just brings that out of the car. And it looks fantastic. I actually think this looks incredible. I love it. Well, you guys can let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know which is your favourite build and which is your favourite car. If you want to see the rest of these, I'll put a mod for this link in the description below as always. But if you just want to see more builds, there is going to be a video on the screen right now. There it is. You can click it. Oh, and by the way, if you saw all the way to the end of the video, you can say mammoth in the comment section below. Otherwise, click the video and see more builds. That's it. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.